Welcome to a very special video. Today I am teaming up with Rachel Wagner, LC Screen Talk, Mainly Movies, and Ryan Cam. We're all going to rank our top 5 Disney animated movies of all time. Check out all their videos, they are linked in the description, and share your top 5 Disney movies. So, let's get started. Before we officially get started with the actual top 5, I have a few honorable mentions. First and foremost, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. To this day, Disney's most mature film with probably its most epic and grandiose score. Moana is my favorite Disney movie in recent years, like in the past decade. It has one of the best princesses, one of the most empowering stories, and of course, it has The Rock. No other Disney movie has The Rock. And Big Hero 6. It actually hurts me personally to not have this in the top 5, as it was a very special movie to me that came out at a very important point in my life. I love the story of friendship in this film. I love how it makes science fun. And it's a superhero movie. And it's me, this guy, and superhero movies like bread and butter. They go together just mwah, beautifully. Now, officially, to the top 5. At number 5, we have Hercules, a film that I think is very underrated. It has one of the most inspiring stories about how the strength of Hercules comes from him being human and not necessarily from being a god. It also has like one of the best Disney girls ever. Like, people, get yourself a girl with attitude, like Megara. The songs are awesome. It has this very unique energy that kind of makes Greece feel like Las Vegas. And Hades. Dudes, Hades. He's the funniest Disney villain of all time. Like, it's not even fair for Disney to make any more funny villains because they don't even stand a chance with Hades. Plus, this is one of those movies that has ripe potential for live action, and they're going to do it, and I hope they nail it on the casting, and I couldn't be happier with the Russos producing the live action feature. But this animated classic is very much that, a classic that is really funny, it's really inspiring, and it's just well done all around. At number 4, we have Tarzan. Probably the first time I wanted to be someone from a movie that wasn't a superhero or a monster or an animal. Just, I wanted to be this dude, and I don't know if you noticed, but I let my hair grow out like Tarzan. I love this movie so much. The music and songs by Phil Collins and Mark Messina are just fantastic. I love the son and mother dynamic from Kala and Tarzan. I love Kerchak. I love Jane. Like, get you a cultural woman like Jane is. Very educated. Teaches a lot of things to Tarzan. I love Jane, probably one of my favorite love stories in movies of all time. And as a fan of Edgar Rice Burroughs' books, I was so happy to see this film, and it has stayed with me for so long. To this day, I adore this movie to no end, and I even feel bad that it's only in my number 4. At number 3, we have so many people's favorite, and that is Beauty and the Beast. Without a shadow of a doubt, in my point of view, the best Disney princess movie. I love the Beast, I love Gaston, because when you look at the writing on Gaston and his design and the look of him and everything he does and says, on any other context, or at least almost any other context, he would actually be the hero of almost any other story, and I love the juxtaposition that it creates in the film for him. The Beast, it's just an awesome design. I used to hide away behind my couch when I watched this movie as a kid whenever the Beast came in, when Maurice goes into the castle for the first time. In my experience, this was one of those movies that was a Disney movie for girls, but every single guy loved it growing up because it had the Beast, and it had Gaston, and it had fighting, and it had flames, and it had a castle and gargoyles and things that came to life. And it's a beautiful love story. It's also a really great fantasy movie. At number 2, and a lot of people are going to be shocked that this is in front of Beauty and the Beast, it's Treasure Planet. This film hits me on a personal level. I love the story of pirates and they're in space. It feels like Star Wars before Star Wars came back. Yes, I know we had the prequels, but we don't talk about that. It's another inspiring movie where the visuals are fabulous. To this day, they still hold up. It's probably the best mix of 2D and 3D animation I've seen to this day in an animated movie. I love the direction this story goes, especially in the end, because it's a very mature decision to go into that. And for all the Uncharted fans out there, this is the original Sic Parvis Magna. So if you haven't seen it, please watch Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet needs a live-action adaptation and I need to direct it. And at number 1 is the most obvious choice ever if you have followed me even for 5 minutes. It's The Lion King, the undisputed champion. It's not only my favorite Disney movie of all time, it's my favorite animated movie ever made. At this point, I don't think it can ever be beaten. A story about adulthood and taking responsibility and growing up and how tough it is. I love everything about The Lion King. Is it Hamlet with lions? Yes. And that's not a bad thing. From Hans Zimmer's score to Elton John's music, the sweeping animation, the grandiose scope, yet the intimate feel to it all, the father-son dynamic is wonderful. Mufasa is still the best father in the history of cinema. And of course you have Scar, probably the most slimy, manipulative, and snake-like villain in the history of Disney movies. Scar reigns at the top of it all, followed maybe by Frollo, and then, of course, Hades himself. And Simba, he was a role model to us all because we relate to him so much on a kid level and wanting to just have fun and not caring about anything. And then he has to grow up and take responsibility, and it teaches us how that can be a good thing. Plus, you have Timon and Pumbaa, which are like the best sidekicks ever, maybe tied with Chewbacca and Han Solo. But like, these two never fail. Their dynamic is rich, and their dynamic with Simba gets even richer as it feeds into what the movie is about. Without a doubt, The Lion King still stands on the top of Pride Rock for me in every other Disney movie. As much as I love most of them, bow to The Lion King. So those are my top 5 Disney movies ever made. Let me know what is your top 5 and of course your honorable mentions if you have some, and do please check out my friends' top 5 videos. The links are in the description, and let them know as well your thoughts on their top 5. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This was the first edition of Movie Nerds Club. We hope to make some more, and leave suggestions for what you want us to do in future videos in the comments below. Thank you so much once more, and stay tuned for more videos coming very soon. I hope to see you there, and so until the next video, stay beautiful and stay geeky, and of course do please like, share, and subscribe because it really helps me and the channel out. But most importantly, above everything else, forever and always, love each other and love the movies.